Hi Diva, I heard that you're trying to get Olivia Rodrigo tickets tomorrow in the general sale and I am here to help you. I experienced the pre-sale myself yesterday and I am also going to be experiencing the general sale tomorrow. I did a whole video on my TikTok of my experience of the pre-sale. If you want to go watch that, feel free, it's right here. But I'm going to give you all the tips of how to beat the general sale. I have written everything down on a little bit of paper for you. General sale is going to be more chaotic. I'm just going to pre-warn you now, because anyone can access it, like literally anyone. You had to sign up for a pre-sale code or have an Amex to do the pre-sale before, but now literally anyone and their dog can get into the general sale. If you have been told that you are a bot, if you were clicking around in the pre-sale too much, it has told you that you're a bot. What you're going to do today, before the general sale tomorrow, is you're going to contact Ticketmaster or AXS, whoever it is. You're going to contact their help desk and you're going to say, I'm not a bot, can you help me? And they should be able to unbot you. They also should be able to tell you what you did wrong. Usually it's clicking around too much, having a VPN on, or having someone on your Wi-Fi, like say your brother is a gamer and he used a VPN for gaming. You might have refreshed too many times. You might have had two devices, so my laptop and my phone logged into the same Ticketmaster. Basically, you were doing something that was making them think that it was suspicious behavior. So if you do have a VPN, turn it off, get rid of it. If that still doesn't work, try and use your 4G or 5G instead of your Wi-Fi, because the VPN might be like connected to your Wi-Fi somehow. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I don't know how it works. Moving forward, you're going to have one device, one account, multiple dates. So if you want to try for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday show, you can have them all open in a different tab, but you have to have it all on one device, all on one account. If you want a second account, you need that second account logged into a second device. You are not going to panic click, you're not going to press refresh a million times, especially on an AXS. AXS hate refreshing. You're going to try and clear your cache maybe. Speaking of refresh, let's talk about my refresh method. I always use it. Ticketmaster, I went to Ticketmaster HQ back in January. They said that it doesn't make a difference, it is completely random and it is complete luck. Personally, I always still do it because can't do any harm unless you press it a million times. I always refresh. Yesterday in the American sale, I was 3,000 in the queue. My refresh method is basically just as it hits. So tomorrow the sale starts at 12 p.m. local time. What you are going to do as it turns 12 p.m. is press refresh on your browser, which is why I always use a browser instead of an app, because you can't refresh an app. 11:59, don't press anything. 12 o'clock, press refresh, and then it will try and put you in the queue. It doesn't always do it straight away, so maybe press refresh again, and then it will try and put you in the queue. Again, if it doesn't, just press, don't spam the button, don't press it a million times, but do press it a few times, give it a few seconds to load, and if it doesn't give you a queue number, I do it again. Do that at your own risk. Ticketmaster did say it doesn't make a difference, but I always do it and I got a great place in the queue every single time I tried yesterday. I tried about 3 or 4 times. I tried for the album pre-sale, I tried for the Amex pre-sale, I tried for the US pre-sale, and I tried for the O2 priority. I did get tickets to London, but I tried the others just so I can experience it and report back to you guys, because I'm so kind like that. Okay, let's talk pricing. It does tell you at the bottom of Ticketmaster how much things are going to cost. It does give you a guide of how much things are going to be when you are waiting to go into the sale. Yesterday, US sale was $83 to $800. $800 is obviously like the best view, VIP, all of that, and then the cheapest seats are going to be right at the back, right at the top, and they are going to be $83. For the UK, the cheapest ones, the ones that I actually managed to get on O2 priority, which aren't even that bad of a seat, £79, I was going to say dollars then, they start at £79 and then they go up to, for seated, £300. So the more expensive they are, the better your view. If you're paying £300 for a seat, you're going to be like right at the front with a great view. If you pay £79 for a seat like I did, you're going to be at the top at the back, but I don't care. For standing, it was 105 or 300 and I think it's 303. The cheapest seats do always go first. There were people that were like 10,000 in the queue, and by the time they got in, there were only the expensive seats left. Like, obviously the cheapest seats are going to go first. Sorry, I'm not being mean, but of course they're going to go first. Like, what do you expect? They do release the tickets in batches, so you might be lucky and you might go in as a new batch has been added, so you might get a cheaper ticket, but obviously the cheaper tickets are going to go first. Okay, that's one half of my bit of paper done. Let's go to the second half. Do they leave tickets for the general sale, or is that it now? They do reserve some kind of allocation for the general sale. I don't know what the percentage is. I think it's actually down to like the artist team, like whoever is organising the tour. I think it's down to them what the split is. However, the issue is, I've already mentioned it, anyone and everyone can access the general sale, so the allocation is going to go a lot quicker. So this is what you're going to do. This is the timing breakdown. Today, if you've been botted, you're going to contact Ticketmaster, AXS, whoever it was, and you're going to tell them to unbot you. Hopefully they can do it in time if you do it right now. Tonight, you're going to make sure your card is added to your profile. So it's going to be added to your Ticketmaster account so that you can just check out really easily. Just add 3 digits on the back of the card. You're going to make sure that your password is like right and that you're not going to faff around logging in. And then before the sale tomorrow, so the sale starts at 12, at about 10, half 10, I would just log into Ticketmaster or AXS just so you are logged in so it doesn't slow you down. At 11:30-ish, the waiting room will open. You can join the waiting room then. I always recommend joining the waiting room as early as possible so that you have time for things to go wrong. I don't know, last time when I was trying for Ariana Grande tickets, my laptop decided to crash and I had to reset it. I had time to go back out of the waiting room and come back in. And also, like, it's just peace of mind, like, you know that you're there, you know that you're ready. 12 o'clock local time, your sale is going to start for whatever show you're trying for. So I'm trying for Chicago tickets tomorrow, so I'm going to be logging in at 6 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Chicago time. When you are given a place in the queue, you're basically just going to wait. You're going to wait until it counts down, and then eventually, hopefully not too long, you will enter the sale. You're going to have to be quick. I've said it before a million times. It's like musical chairs. If you're not quick enough, someone else will swipe that seat from underneath your bum. You need to check out. It does give you a timer to check out. I think it's about 10 minutes depending on what platform you use. It gives you about 10 minutes to actually check out. This is where, if you don't know your card details, this is where you're going to lose time. I would always use the website over the app. I've already mentioned that it's easier to refresh, but also I just find it so much easier to use. I would always prefer to use a desktop over a mobile, but then saying that, I used my iPad yesterday and I was successful. Extra dates could be added, and personally I think they will be added, so keep an eye out for extra dates. And wish me luck for extra dates being added to Chicago so that I have a good chance. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Silver Star tickets. Loads of people were asking me about this, but we haven't really been given much information on it. If you don't know what a Silver Star ticket is, basically it's a $20 ticket. I'm saying $20 because I've only seen Americans talk about it. I don't know if it's going to be £20 in the UK. I don't even know if they're going to do it in the UK. What I can gather, I'm reading this off my bit of paper, is that is a random allocation after the sale. So it's not going to be a ticket you can select tomorrow in the general sale. It happens after, apparently. Maybe they select fans on like social media, fans that interact with like Olivia, I don't know. But it seems to be some kind of random allocation. Maybe they go up to people outside the venue like trying for tickets. I don't know. We don't know how they're selected. You collect them on the day and you're not going to know where you're sat. And if you literally just search on TikTok like Silver Star Ticket Guts Tour or something, you'll see like people going to collect their tickets and then finding out where they're sitting. They're not always bad seats. Like I saw a girl earlier that had like literally right at the front, like an amazing seat. It's basically just to allow people that can't afford the expensive tickets a chance to get the ticket. I think that's it. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'll try my best to either comment back to you or do another video if I can. Wish you all so much luck, and also make sure to subscribe because you guys have got me to 750 subs now and I'm desperate to hit 1,000. If you haven't already subscribed to me here on YouTube, then go and do it now. Good luck. Let me know in the comments if you manage to get them tomorrow.